There is a show that you guys really need to get into. I know it's not as popular as The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I think this show is pretty good. And it's called I Survived. And to me, that show is like the scariest show on television. Like it's scary because it's like the worst. I don't know. It's just horrifying because you'll have like people and they'll get off from work and all of a sudden somebody just come up to them and shoot them in the back of their head. Like it's just worst case scenario for everything. But I was watching an episode. I guess it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. And what made me pause was there was this chick named Tara or Tika. I think it was Tika. And I had to hear what Tika had to say because Tika was missing like her 2 front teeth or something. Like it was some issues going on in the grill where there was spaces. And so I was like, well, what happened to this chick? And she had a little cornrows and she was talking. First she started her story off like, I had made some poor choices in my life and I'm not perfect and all this type of stuff. So I'm like, what the hell? So what happened was Tika was like, I don't know why this camera keeps getting out of focus. Let me back it up. Okay. So Tika said that this woman contacted her and I guess they had met at a homeless shelter. And she said, I had some free baby supplies for you because she wasn't working. And I guess she had been addicted to drugs and she was newly married. So this lady said, if you come to my house, and, she would call her on the cell phone and say, if you come to my house, I have some free baby stuff for you. So Tika's husband was like, do you know this woman? Like, you don't need to be fucking around with this shit. And she's like, oh boy, please, whatever. I don't know why this camera's doing this. Okay. So anyway, Tika, Tika got in contact with this woman and she met and she went to this woman's house. Now, when she stepped up in the crib, Miss Lady, who was supposed to be some kind of charity, she didn't have no fucking furniture in her house. Like her house was sparsely made. And then so the woman sat down and they were talking. And the woman put in a bootleg movie of Precious. Now, that's not a company movie. That's not, hey girl, come over to my house. Let's watch Precious. Like that's not even the type of movie that you put on a comedy, a rom-com. You put on something like that. You don't fucking put on a movie about an obese black girl with skin complex who's being abused by her mama. You don't put that on. That's not a feel-good type of movie. So anyway, so the woman, so they're just sitting there watching Precious, and her father called, or the girl's husband was like, where you at? She was like, don't worry about it. I'm fine. Da-da-da-da-da. So, she hung up on her man. She didn't know where she was. He didn't know where she was. That's just how you do it, apparently. So she's sitting there and the woman get up and starts whooping her ass. Like, with a pipe just fucking her up. So the girl is like, oh my God. And so the woman whoops her ass, whatever. She laid out. She dragged the woman into the kitchen. So next thing you know, homegirl coming towards her with a box cutter. And I'm sitting up here like, what in the hell? So the woman started cutting like her stomach with a box cutter. And so her and this woman start talking, and apparently the woman is trying to steal her baby. Now there seems to be a whole lot of women trying to, take pregnant women's baby. Like this is like the second episode or the second story I've seen of this, where some woman has lured some woman over to her house with the guise of giving her something for her baby. So if you don't know a chick and she want to give you some free baby shit, tell her to mail that shit to a P.O. box. Don't go to her house, because obviously she got ill intentions if she don't know you and she trying to give you free shit. So anyway, so after, you know, she's beat on her, and she said the woman started freaking out, like, I can't do this. Like, just totally spazzing out. And the woman sitting up there beat up and can't do nothing. And she's like 8 months pregnant. So she ended up being held by this woman for 3 days. But on the third day, this woman was like, it's time to get down to business. But this is the part that had me tripped out. The woman put on This Is It by Michael Jackson. She said she turned that shit up to 11. And she came into the kitchen with a metal bowl, some towels, a box cutter, and some scissors and some ice. Now, you know. Can you fucking imagine that shit? Bitch, like, I'm coming to fuck up your world. Don't nobody need to come towards me with no towels and ice and a bucket and some scissors and a box cutter. So the woman starts cutting all up in her guts just with a box cutter. The box cutter was not doing it. So the woman had to endure this while also listening to This Is It in the background. She's talking about every time Michael Jackson would talk, she would stop, go to the TV, and you know, pause it and rewind. And the woman was like, and I hate fucking Michael Jackson. Now see, that's when she said that shit, I lost all my sympathy for her. Why are you hating fucking Michael Jackson, but you're not hating a bitch who cutting all in your gut trying to steal your fetus? You don't hate her though, but you hate Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson ain't tried to do nothing but dance and sprinkle the world with glitter and moonwalks. You hating the wrong person. So when she said that, I was like, you old snagger-tooth bitch. How you gonna talk about Michael Jackson? Then I had to like, okay, you getting distracted too, girl. You getting distracted too. So the woman started cutting. So the woman apparently, which is not, you know, you wouldn't expect it. She's not a anatomy student. She thought that she had reached the baby. But what the woman had cut was really her bladder. She had cut the woman's bladder. And she gonna tell the woman, do you want me to go ahead on and finish, or do you want to rest? I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it's like, I have never, can you imagine somebody being tortured with Precious and fucking Michael Jackson in the background? And they're gonna ask her, you know, do you want to rest? The woman was like, yeah, I need to take a break. So the woman passed out. The woman was knocked out cold. So the woman was like, okay, this is my opportunity to leave. So she gets up. Her stomach cut all up. She's trying to walk while her intestines is fucking falling out her stomach. And so the woman never wakes up. But when she gets to the stairs and some man rolls up and sees her, and he like, whoa, what the hell going on? And she starts screaming. The woman wakes up and says, this woman is crazy. You know, I'm trying to help her. And she's bleeding. The woman's like, she did this to me. She did this to me. So whatever the case, she ended up getting, you know, the guy called the police. The woman ran off. And so she ended up getting medical attention. And the baby didn't die. She ended up, you know, giving birth to the baby. Even though she said she was 7 months pregnant, and she gave birth, like, you know, as soon as she got there. But, you know, the baby was supposedly full term, so maybe she wasn't sure when she got pregnant. I don't know. But I swear to God, you need to watch I Survived. I swear that's better than anything fucking Nene and, I don't even know, Nene and Kim. Because I don't watch that stuff. Has to say, this is some real life shit. Shit gets real on I Survived. So if you're not watching the show, it's on bio. I swear to God, you would be very afraid. You would probably not talk to people because, I mean, it's just the craziest shit on this show. Like this one woman, she stopped to give this boy a ride, and she said she paused because she said, am I not giving this boy a ride because he's black and he's dirty looking? Would I be the same if it was a white boy? So she gave a black boy a ride, and a black boy carjacked her and shot her in the head. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe there was a lesson in that. And maybe it's a lesson that I don't necessarily want put out to the masses. I don't know. But anyway, so Watch I Survive. Watch Beyond Scared Straight. That's, if you ain't watching that, if you ain't watching those two shows, and you know, you're missing out on some unexpected comedy and tragedy and drama. So that's it. That's it. Talk to you later. I feel like these videos is fucking dead as hell, but whatever. Talk to you later. Bye bye.